G'day, I'm Josh and welcome back to the Learning Bislama series. Today's lesson in the Sounds Bislama, we're specifically going to be focusing on consonants within the language of Bislama. Let's get into it. So for those of you who may not already know, consonants are basically just any letter in the alphabet that isn't a vowel. The vowels being A, E, I, O and U. All of the other letters are considered consonants. Given the simplicity of Bislama, there are a few consonants that we actually just don't need to use. For instance, C, X, Q, and Z. We don't need to use those consonants in Bislama. Instead, we have equivalent ways of pronouncing those particular consonants or even writing down those particular consonants. The C will always be pronounced as a K sound. The Q equivalent would be KW to make that Q sound. The X would simply be as it sounds. The EKS in Bislama makes the X sound, X. And the Z is simply just replaced with an S. So you would never hear the hard Z sound, rather a softer S sound. So in English we have SH, which makes a sh sound. In Bislama you would never hear that sound used. Instead you just hear a simple S sound like S. The CH sound would make ch, and the ch sound in Bislama is simply pronounced with a J, j, j. The PH sound in Bislama is always pronounced with a f, just like an F. A CK, the k, that would always be pronounced with just a K and written particularly with just a K. The TH sound, th, would only ever be pronounced with a T, so there would be a strong sound instead of the softer th. In English, some consonants have a soft and some have a harder sound. For instance, a P and a B. We have the soft P sound. We have the hard B sound. In Bislama, it's important to recognise that those two are joined. There is no such thing as a hard or a soft sound, rather something in between. So if you were to hear a word pronounced in Bislama that has a P and a B sound in it, like pebble, in English you can hear quite clearly the soft and the hard. Pebble, pebble. Whereas in Bislama, it would more so be pronounced pebel. You can hear the P and the B sound exactly the same. Pebel. So examples of some of the letters that in English have different sounds but in Bislama have the same sound are P, B, T, D, K, G, and F, V. Okay, now we're going to watch some videos of some local Vanuatu people speaking Bislama, saying some phrases or sentences that use these particular sounds. Note they are different letters, but they have the same sounds when being spoken in Bislama. Let's have a look.
Plantation, Bell, Perfect, Baby, Thank you, Thomas, Toti, Tomorrow, Tete,
Ko karam kakai, coconut crab, coal, kale,
Vanuatu ferry.
Vanuatu ferry.
Flower.
Flower.
Travel.
Travel.
So in concluding this lesson, it's really important to recognise that even though you can see different letters written in different places, they could have the exact same pronunciation in Bislama. This week it would be really valuable if you can spend some time thinking of some English words that have different letters at the start or within them that actually would sound the same if pronounced in Bislama. Thanks again for joining us and sticking around. Next week, we're going to have a look at rolling your R's. For some people, too easy. For some people, really difficult. Either way, we're going to make it relevant to Bislama. We'll see you next week.